Hey Fowler, how are you doing today, man? Welcome to Carpool with Trey. Yeah? How are you feeling about this? You said you've never been into a podcast.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
What do you
I've
think?
listened to like Joe Rogan, but
Yeah.
it's interesting to me anyway.
Do you listen to Joe Rogan often?
Not really. Just when it pops up like on social media.
You say you do photography, right?
Yeah.
What kind of photography you do? You do it for fun, or you just do it to get some side hustle kind of thing?
So it's kind of like a side hustle.
Okay.
I normally anybody will kind of hit me up saying like, hey, can you do these pictures for me? I'm looking to have like a seasonal type of pictures. Main ones I've been getting recently are like a lot of weddings for couples and stuff
Yeah.
that are getting married and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've done Valentine's shoots for females.
Emails. Nice. So how long have you been doing this photography thing?
I've been doing it for probably about three years now.
Oh, nice. Do you go to school?
No, not really.
Okay. So how did you learn about photography?
It started off as like a hobby.
Uh-huh.
My parents, they got me a camera.
Nice.
And then time went on, I just got really good at it. I
Yeah.
got to edit pictures. Then kind of just like promoted myself. And then I had a full-time job. So this was always kind of like just if I had time to,
Yeah.
I fit it in and did it for people.
Okay. So do you have a full-time job right now?
At the moment, no, I'm enlisted in the Marines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you market it yourself? How did you told people that you do photography?
So it kind of started off with just my inner circle.
Yeah.
And then from there, just networking.
Okay.
Networking did its thing.
Nice. Do you post any of your materials anywhere?
No, I was actually on a break for social media, but like if somebody contacted me, I already had like a file.
Like a
for my work.
portfolio to show
Yeah.
them. Nice, nice, nice. Are you what do you call? Is there any category that you like to focus on photography that you think that you're special in there? Like portraits or nature or landscapes?
I would probably say the one that people seem to favor the most is at a landscape. So I know I do very well with capturing up close pictures.
Nice.
Pictures where you're like off guard and just
Yeah, like candid pictures.
Yeah.
Do you teach them how to pose and stuff, or they just do it by themselves and you capture it from?
I'll ask if they have any type of poses in mind. And then if they do, then I'll just make adjustments to it for the camera's sake or the angle.
Nice.
Other than that, I will if they really don't know,
Yeah.
don't care how the pictures come out. They just really want nice pictures. Then I'll suggest the poses.
You'll suggest the poses. Do you suggest poses like those models or more like a normal people poses?
I try to keep it like boundary wise.
Yeah.
I know not everybody's like a professional model, so they're not gonna be able to just strike a pose like that perfectly and everything. So I try to keep it middle ground.
Yeah. No, that's amazing because it was very weird for me to take pictures and poses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I got into some kind of candid pictures that you just mentioned, and they're way more natural and way better looking than the poses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People who are able to capture natural things. Now, that's very amazing thing, man, you're doing. So let's just say if I wanted to reach out to you, how do I reach out to you?
I'd probably give you my number.
Okay,
Or,
perfect.
One thing I'm on, but like I'm not on is Facebook.
Facebook.
So like, because I just know they have Messenger.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
So what is your reason to take break from social media?
What's my reason? So after high school, I'm 21 by the way. So
Oh, okay,
after
nice.
high school,
Very
it
nice.
was like I had some issues with like classmates and stuff, and just people around me. After I graduated, wasn't really talking to anybody anymore. And then just social media, just seeing everybody, kind of just kept all those negativity to me. So I decided to just delete all my social media.
That is very nice. So ever since you've never downloaded any of the social media?
I actually just started getting back into it. So I just downloaded Snapchat, just downloaded Instagram.
Oh, nice.
I was never active on Facebook, but I just go on there just to be on there.
just to be on there. That is very nice, man. Social media does bring out very, very bad stuff about people, you know?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I would like to tell people is if you're being nice to people, they'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
If you see nice in them, you will get nice with them.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna assume the worst case of somebody else, you will get the worst,
Yeah.
you know? But the better you're towards the other, the universe will be better towards you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I personally think. And
Yeah, I've felt that way for a long time. I
Yeah.
always felt like, you know, as much as I give, I always hoping for some return. It's never guaranteed, but you know,
Yeah.
you never lose hope or something.
yeah, definitely. So what else? What other things you do besides photography?
Um, meditation. I do a lot
Nice.
of meditating. I got into meditating at a pretty early age because it just helped me sleep, helped me clear my minds. When I was going through school,
Yeah.
I was a full-time student athlete in high school and college.
Nice.
So meditation helped me. Working out, do like home workouts and stuff. What else did I get to? And I just recently got enlisted in the Marines, so
Oh, nice.
I'll be deploying in September, hopefully.
September. Nice. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're doing amazing things. Very amazing things. Starting with yoga. Why did you decide to start yoga?
Well, yoga's different than meditation.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
meditation. My bad. Sorry, meditation.
Yeah, so I got into meditation through like spiritual healing kind of almost. I suffer from like night terrors, so it's hard for me to sleep at night. And when I got into meditation, it just kind of helped clear my thoughts in my head of any like type of negative energy that I may have had.
Yeah.
And so my form of meditation was kind of just either sitting or laying down in a very quiet space. Sometimes I have music, sometimes I don't. And I'll just relax. breathe,
Relax.
Like sometimes if I need to let everything out, I just let it out.
Let it out by crying.
No, just thought-wise, not so much holding it inside and not thinking it and trying to forget it. More so just bringing it to light and just be like, all right, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. I gotta accept this, you know, or I want to accept this, or like how I want to change. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change that. You know, it's kind of like a plot. You just you gotta figure out how you're gonna do everything.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So, what I got out of it is acceptance.
Yeah.
That you accept things that happens with you.
Yeah.
And you decide that if you want to change these things or not change it, and what do you want to do. So you give yourself options
Yeah.
of solving the thing or not solving the thing.
Yeah, and it's just like it really just helps you put things to ease, put your minds to ease. Just knowing that you have some type of plan to how you're gonna handle something.
Nice. Very nice. Does that help you going with, I'm sure it helps you with doing things that you do in your life, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
do you do this every day, or is it something that you do whenever you feel like it?
Oh no, I do this every day.
Every day for a certain amount of time, or again, just whenever you feel like it?
I never put a number on it because you never know. I never know how much I may like have in my mind. Because sometimes I'll be in my head and then just more stuff will tap on. Or but normally when I wake up, if I like to get my day started, I'll start it off with a meditation. Or if I'm like having a really stressed out moment, I'll stop everything I'm doing. If I'm at home, I'll stop everything I'm doing.
That's
Meditate.
amazing. That is very nice, because many people that I know of going through some mental health issue, and many people in the world are going through mental health issue,
Yeah, it's
and
a big thing.
but it's a very, very big thing. And once you know how to control your brain, you can do anything realistically possible with you, you know, and you can unlock and achieve those kind of parts of your life that you never thought you'll be able to achieve.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Right?
It definitely is like I never took it seriously, like my mental health seriously, because I just thought, you know, it was just a phase kind of thing. But then you know, as you get older, you see a lot of things tack on more responsibility, and that stuff weighs heavy on you. And then like when stuff started weighing heavy on me, that's when I realized like my mental stability is not there, and I just gotta figure out some way to cope with it or to mend it. And meditation and photography were definitely like my two tops that were really helping me make it by.
Is that something that you capture? Let's just say, for an example, you're going through some things in your mind and things that are happening around your life. When you go those kind of things, do you see some things outside in the world very particular, and do you try to capture that and try to relate to yourself and create in a story?
Sometimes, I mean, I try my best not to compare myself to anybody or try to compare.
Wouldn't just self, but like, let's just say you're taking this picture, right? For an example, you took a picture, whatever we are seeing in front, right?
Right.
You are going through something in your head. I wouldn't know, nobody would know, but you have this special creativity that you are seeing compared to any other people are seeing.
Right.
And you are expressing yourself in the picture.
Right.
Did I say it right or no?
You're saying like, would I put myself in a picture?
Not yourself, but your imagination. Something that you are imagining, and you try to capture it. How does photography help with your mental health? I'm sorry. Would be a very easy question. Yeah, I'd ask you other way around.
Oh, okay. So yeah, photography just helps me mentally with. It's like painters.
Yeah.
Painters they show their emotion through their paint.
Yes.
So me with my pictures, if I'm dealing with somebody that has the structure of like sympathy or depression or they show hurt, I'll put them in a pose that symbolizes that. They probably won't know it, but I'll know it.
Yes.
When I look back at those pictures, I'm like, see, this is like me a way of getting that thought in my head out on like a real person.
Yeah.
And they won't know, but I'll know. And it's just like it's like a little reminder to myself.
That is very nice. That is amazing thoughts to put out. And it's one of the creative things to do, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
That's where the creativity comes from. Like, let's just say whatever you explained, it's a whole another level of art kind of thing, It's very amazing. Another question. So when did you realize your mental health is not doing very well?
Probably around once I started getting into college, my freshman year, midway through.
Yeah.
I just noticed it was getting real bad when I couldn't learn how to handle situations anymore. It was just so overwhelming. And you got people have expectations on you, like your parents, the expectations for passing, getting good grades, you taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you have your own expectations, and you want to succeed, you want to thrive, you want to get that degree.
Yeah.
And then if you're also in a situation of like me being a student athlete, you have the expectation of your teammates and your coach that once you perform well and know things and all. And I think people don't realize, it's a lot to tack on when you put it all together, and it's like you won't understand the mental toll until you go through it.
Yes.
And for me, that's like when I started going through it and things started happening. That's when I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to manage all this stuff at once without like overdoing my part. And yeah, midway through my freshman year, that's when I started noticing like I wasn't able to mentally think anymore how to handle situations like I was previously. Because before I could get myself out of a situation and think a plan through, but once I had all that list of responsibilities and just all the expectations held on me, oh man, it was
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of mental breakdowns too.
Yeah, definitely. Because you personally think that many people are watching you, many people are thinking what you are thinking or doing, and that puts a lot of peer pressure, I would say.
Yeah.
A lot of peer pressure. You're totally correct, man. So when you realize that, you started taking care of your mental health. did you got any kind of help during that phase, or you try to figure out everything by yourself?
No, I didn't get that much help. I would say I was a very independent person, and you can't have a lot of other people solve your problems for you.
Yes.
Or try to help you in any type of way, because you don't want somebody to compare with you too much and relate with you too much, because then you're basically just looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yes.
And you're going to be told the same thing right back at you.
Yes.
And it's like, at the same time, you don't want to expect anybody to help you, because not everybody's going to be there.
Definitely.
At all times to help you through anything. So,
yes.
Especially at an early age. Now, if this was happening earlier, then yeah, I would expect some people to help me, because I don't have that understanding of what I'm going through. But once I got past, like, after I turned 20, it was like I kind of was expecting myself to figure things out on my own and just find my own route. So along my road, nobody really helped me, put out reaching hand or anything, and I had no problem with it. It just made me realize more, like, I got to be capable of doing things on my own and stuff like that.
Very nice, man. Very nice. I have very similar theory about comparison and pressure and many other things that you said. I'm not going to mention it right here. I'm going to be talking towards you more. When you realized that, what were you doing in life? Like, what you were doing photography, you said.
Yeah, so during that time I was doing my photography. I was playing football at the D2 level.
So how many levels are there?
There's 4.
4
So
levels.
actually there's more, but in the division I was in NCAA. So NCAA has Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, and then there's a Division 4. But 3 and 4 are kind of the same, but I was in Division 2. And I was doing football, was playing quarterback, doing photography. I was going through nursing classes, and yeah, that's all I was going through during that time.
That is nice. So you are keeping yourself busy in a way where you don't have to think about other bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say I wasn't going through as much. I was everything was just kind of falling in line.
Yes. Like, you didn't plan these things, but they came along the way of things that you were doing, which kept you busy, where you don't even have time to think about other nonsense stuff, I would say.
So yeah, those were like my real top 3 focuses during that time period.
Very nice. What I was gonna say, fuck. I'm so blanked right now. But Navy, you said you were joining Navy.
The Marines.
Marines, my bad. So the Marine SEALs, right?
The Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between Marine SEALs and Corps?
So the Navy SEALs and the Marine Corps is
okay, Navy SEAL. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done.
Navy SEALs and then Marine Corps. So Marines are like a branch off of the Navy SEALs, but it's I think I'm saying that right. And but Marine Corps are the first in line, basically. They're the first ones called for everything.
Yeah.
Navy SEALs mainly deal with the water.
Okay.
And SEALs.
Yeah.
And then while Marine, they attack from land, water, and air.
Okay. So are you the reserve or active?
I'll be active.
Active. So full-time active duty.
Yeah. So I'll go to California for my boot camp, and then after that I will be given my MOS.
MLS.
My MOS is basically my job in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And then they'll tell me where I'll be stationed at within the States or overseas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how the boot camp works. I know a couple people who are into reserve army. I wouldn't even know if they were Marines or SEALs or anything. But when they were reserve, there are boot camps in Chicagoland area, right?
Yeah.
So they get trained over there. So how come you have to go all the way to California and they get to stay here? Or you chose to, since you're full-time, they chose where you go?
No, so I'm pretty sure reserves, it's kind of like they're reserved for that state. So I'm pretty sure they just want to stay in that state.
If something happened in the state, yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, like they're just their main priority is the state of which they're in. So
Yes.
that's why they probably stay at the boot camp in the state. Versus me, while I'm active duty, I can say I wanna be stationed in like Florida, or I want to get stationed in Japan, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so there's actually I believe for active duty, there's two main boot camps. Which
2
is Paris
million
Island.
boot.
Yeah.
boot
Well, there's a
camps.
lot of boot camps. There's Paris Island,
Yeah.
which is in South Carolina, I believe,
Yeah.
and then the one that I'm going to, which is in San Diego. So I think those are the two most commonly known. But there's boot camps all over. So I don't know exact reason why they send me there. It could also do with who you ever got recruited by.
Yeah.
So
That is also true. So do you get to go in the U.S. Army plane and they take you off over there, or
No, I think I just get a regular plane.
you have to go by your own?
Yeah. They'll provide the transportation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just get on a flight with regular civilians, like, and then we'll go to California.
Yeah.
And then they'll get us from there.
Okay, perfect. Another question I had was, why did you decide to go in full-time active duty Marine? You said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marines.
So,
compared to the reserve, since you do so much things, or things that I'm not sure if you're able to do when you are in the Marines or not.
Yeah. So I literally, I didn't want to be home. I like being away from where, I like being in new places.
Yeah, explore.
Yeah, and just being here, there's like really nothing left for me here in the state of Illinois. And
why do you think that, if you don't mind me asking?
Just with how things been going with my family and stuff.
Okay.
And just other people I surround myself by.
Yeah.
I just felt that
You need new people in your life?
not even new people in my life, just new scenery.
New scenery.
Yeah,
Okay.
just I want to be able to actually be on my own without somebody having over and over my shoulder.
Okay.
Like my parents or.
Does your parents control you?
They tried.
They
tried, but I got out of that situation.
Yeah. You live on your own now?
Not at the moment. At the moment, I'm living with a friend.
Okay.
But I was with my parents beforehand, but just things weren't going well.
Yeah.
Either of us, so I just decided to get myself out of that situation.
Yes. Which is nothing wrong,
Yeah.
Sometimes parents don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I can't speak for any particular parents, but
Yeah.
there are people out there,
Yeah, I know there's plenty of people that go out there probably going through the same thing I'm going through.
Yes.
Yeah, we all just take our different routes. Like I tried my best to put up with it, but it just wasn't me. And I felt like they were trying to make me something that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like fully grow my potential with that. But yeah, with the Marines, I wanted to get my degree. So if I was going to do that, I felt like going through the Marines was going to be the best option for me, to have that assistance at hand, and then the experience as well.
So,
and everybody always thinks like the military is all about going out there and fighting wars and everything, but it's really not.
it's not really,
No,
yes.
It's like they got hundreds of other jobs
Yes.
in the Marines or any other military branch, and it gives you that experience. So once you decide to get out of your enlistment, you got this behind you on your portfolio. You probably be somewhere higher than somebody that that went to school, or you'd be at the same level as somebody that went to school and got their degree for it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had this gentleman in my car who was getting deployed to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was talking about the same thing that you just said.
Yeah.
And many people don't know the knowledge or things that happens around the world.
Yeah.
Because they are surrounded by the news, and this would be another way to people to know that it's not what they think it is,
Yeah.
because me personally, before I talk to people like you guys who are actively working in the Army, I thought that once you go in the army, you have to work hard, you have to follow rules, you have to do things that which gonna make you tired, and you have to work your ass off.
That's
It's
how it is.
more like a physical conditioning
Yeah, it's
rather
more-
than mental thing.
Yeah, it's more at the beginning. More at the
Yeah.
beginning. But it's just to build character.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people don't have that sense of
Discipline.
they don't have that discipline in their life, or never got the right discipline, and it's more so just making sure like you can handle whatever happens.
Right.
And yeah, like when you go in there, the boot camps was going to try to break you. That's like that they're going to try to get all those
Emotions out of
emotions
you.
out of you and everything.
And yeah, trying to make you anger and get the anger out
Yeah.
of you, so you can, when it's real time to show an anger.
You
And
won't-
actually, they'll even train you to control your anger. And
Yeah,
everything, right?
I just found out they offer counseling too. in the
Like mental
military.
counseling.
Yeah, they offer counseling as well. So it's not like they mess you up mentally and then they're like, all right, we're not going to help you.
I was just going to
Yeah.
ask you. I'm like, how come they're able to give help to people who are they training to get strong mentally?
Yeah, no, they're gonna, because everybody knows like anything with law enforcement or government based, it's a lot to take on mentally,
Yes.
and because there's so much is at stake. So of course they're gonna give you the right type of counseling, so you still understand your assignment and you still understand like the reasoning for why you're doing this and what you're doing for. So they try to keep that in mind for you. How the counseling goes, I don't know, but I just know that they provide it if needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about having a weak mindset and strong mindset?
I feel like it just depends on how it affects the situations that bring about. Because I know a lot of people react to situations through their feelings or their emotions. And with a mindset, it honestly just depends on whatever it is you're going through and how you handle it.
Right.
You can never. Sometimes you gotta know. A lot of these people don't have the maturity level, so you gotta know when to mature and make decisions versus not having the knowledge or experience and still try something that you just don't understand. So you go based off first instinct. So I just feel like if you just gotta be able to be mature about whatever decision you make and know and be able to accept the consequences of whatever may happen, whether it's good or bad. And for big mindset people, I feel like it takes a whole of all of us.
Because everybody's weak in their own.
Yeah, everybody's weak in their own. We just have to educate one another.
Yes.
And help one another to
Very nice.
understand.
Yes, definitely.
So it's definitely a group effort on the mindset thing.
Yes. Another question I had was, do you make your decision based on your feelings, or do you make decision based on what should be the right thing to do?
I try to make the decisions based on what's the right thing. Recently, before it was always like it was right, but recently it's been about like what's going to benefit me at the end, because I don't want to be the benefit of somebody else and not receive anything. So with me, it's really just honestly been what's going to play out better for me at the end.
Yes.
What's going to get me in the right position, and what's going to put me on the right course to succeed. Because I don't want to have to fail so many times, and just get left in the deep end. So yeah.
Are you afraid of failing?
Afraid of failure? I'm not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of too much failure.
Too much failure.
Yeah.
Why?
Because again, it's with the mental toll it takes on you after failing so many times, and I come to the realization that you're not going to always be great at everything, but as long as you give 100% effort, you're going to be all right. But just too much, for me personally, too much failure I just feel like I wouldn't know how to handle it, because then I would question so many things, probably question my religion, my faith in God, and just not knowing the right route anymore, and what would be instinctual, what would be real anymore, just by failing so many times.
Definitely.
But if I always set myself to the mindset of like, I'm about to do this. I may fail at this, but I may overcome it.
Yes.
So as long as I see myself succeeding and not failing so many times, I'm perfectly fine.
That is amazing, man. You have very nice mindset, and many people will be able to watch this thing soon and will get inspired by this video.
So. Yeah,
Thank you. And it's very hard for people, especially in this age, in this era of technology and social media. People are going through so much mental issues, Even the strongest of strongest people are going through mental issue.
Yeah.
Because somehow they're not able to do a good job.
Right.
But speaking of the Navy, and a little bit we talked about yourself, I had this question. You said you like to be an independent, and you don't like when somebody's watching over your shoulder.
Right.
How are you going to handle the pressure from Navy and from your seniors when they're gonna give you some task which you will not be able to provide, or the results you're not able to give? How are you able to handle that? Because I'm sure you've thought about this.
Yeah, I mean, being an athlete, you always deal with a team.
Perfect.
So I've been in situations where I've had to be submissive to my leader, where I had to be the dominant one to be the leader. So, and when it came to this, I understand why I'm being in control. I understand why the person is taking control of the situation. Obviously, they have more experience. Obviously, they know what they're doing. They've been here probably 10 times more than I ever will, or have,
Yes.
and stuff like that. So it's just the knowing of like, I'm going to have to bend my will to this person and ultimately put my life in this person's hands.
Yeah.
So I've thought about it, and I'm completely fine with that. I know one day, they're not, like I said, they're not always going to be there.
Of course.
There's going to be a part where I'm going to have to take control, or I'll be on my own for a reason. So I understand.
So have you been living on your own for a long time?
No, probably be like 5 months now.
5 months. How's that going so far?
Fine. No issues, nothing.
No issues. What about your financials? It's been taken care of?
Yeah, my finances, everything's fine.
That is very nice.
I've always learned how to take care of my own
money.
I've always, friends that I did have, they used to always call me Mr. Figure It Out, because I always figured out something
very
along
nice.
the way.
That is very nice.
It's never been an issue.
Yeah. That is very nice that your friends call you that, and you have the supportive friend circle around you who are ready to show and not want to forget yourself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go through things in your life where you forget who you actually are, and what things that you overcome in life, and where you came from, And that's what I personally think, that it's very important to person to know who they are, because when the mental health kicks in, that's when you forget who you are, because you start getting lost in your own head, and slowly getting deep dive in the things that you think they are right, but in reality they are not right.
Right.
And just lose and change the whole personality of themselves.
Yeah, and this is where like a lot of people gotta find their own way of how to deal with those type of things.
Definitely.
A lot of people, they probably need to do a little bit more reading, a little bit more soul searching.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even realize some of that negativity may just be coming from their own inner circle.
Yes.
And it took me a minute to realize that, like, I had a few bad apples in my circle.
Of course.
And like, it's gonna hurt, but at the end, it's gonna benefit.
On the long term, it's gonna benefit you for sure. That is very nice thing, and I'm really proud of you, man. The things that you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of you.
It's a journey, man. It's still going through it.
Yes,
Still gotta go.
yes. You just gotta hang in there.
Yeah.
Never lose hope, and never think any negative. Of course, people think negative, but try to control your negative thoughts as much as possible.
It's never bad. I always told myself it's never bad to like think negative or have a negative thought on something, because that way you don't disappoint yourself overly too much.
Yes.
And you just once you realize, that accepting some failure is okay, then you can move on things faster. Because I know a lot of people that just strive for, like, they won't accept nothing but great, and they just won't accept nothing but the best. And it's like you kind of set yourself up for failure, because then that's another way of mental toll. Is just like, now you're going to meet somebody that's going to be better than you. And
yes.
You're not going to know they're going to be so much better than you that you just can't compete anymore.
Of course.
And you're going to have to accept to be like that failureness. So that was one thing I had to take into, just being able to accept like my place.
Yes.
And knowing my role in certain things.
That is very true, man. Many Gen Z kids, I consider.
Oh, definitely. A lot of Gen Z.
Yeah, lots and lots of Gen Z get lost in the life that they have seen on behind the screens.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna become one of those person.
Yeah.
Watch them every day, think about them every day, and expecting the life that they have to themselves without doing any kind of hard work that they have done or things that they have gone through, they want to go through.
Yeah, that's just like my brother. He's the second oldest. Yeah, that kid, he just won't accept nothing but, high standard things. And I just I try to tell him, like, look, man, you gotta come to reality. Yeah, you gotta come to reality, man. Like, it may come, it's just not gonna come as fast as you think it's gonna come.
Yes.
And that was like, I started noticing that too with a lot of Gen Z. They really all about the social media and just for the fame and everything, and think that they just gotta do
things will work
steps.
out.
But it's like, it takes a lot more to dedication and all that. And a lot of them don't have a backup plan.
Definitely not.
And that's why I feel like that's gonna hurt the most, is like when they realize that they didn't make it to where they want to be, they don't have a backup plan.
Yep.
And stuff. That's why my brother, I had to ask him like 1,000 times, like, what are you gonna do with this mess up? What are you gonna do with that mess up? Like, he's so stuck on basketball, and I have no problem with him being stuck on basketball. I just want him to, have a backup plan behind basketball, like, because you never know if you're gonna get hurt or
whenever you can. Yeah, it's a high injury sport.
Yeah, and then if you get hurt, or if you were put in my position where you get recruited there to the school, you get to the school and they don't teach you anything.
Yep.
So it's like, I try to tell him that stuff, and he just thinks that it just won't happen to him. Like, it might happen. You just never know. But I mean, I give it to him. Like, he's a hard worker and everything, but I'm gonna still be there if he ever falls. So, but a lot of other Gen Z kids, it's gonna hit them hard if they don't have somebody to be there to help them out afterward.
Does your brother look after you, or look up to you? Yeah.
All my little brothers, they look up to me. I would say they do. I gotta call him later today. He wanted me to call him and stuff like that. But I just helped him move out of our mom's house because him and her was going at it. But me and him, we gotten a lot closer. We got really a lot closer, and I've helped him. I took him to the gym. I've helped him work on his game and everything, because if I wasn't doing football, I'd be doing basketball. So he already knew that I was good at both sports. But he looks up to me.
Yes. So once you go in the Navy, do you know what's gonna happen to your photography, your sport, and your athleticism? Athleticism will be there no matter what, like the rest of your life.
Yeah, so they actually provide sports in the military. So I could try out for the basketball or football team if I wanted to. Pretty sure I am. Then with photography, I mean, you have your downtime in the military as well. So if I can squeeze it in, I'll continue to do it. Like I said, it all started off as a hobby.
Yes.
It wasn't, it wasn't just my way of money or anything. I like genuinely was doing it for just the fun of it. And before I even charged people, I was just taking pictures to take pictures for the fun
Just
of it.
for fun, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find the time to squeeze it in.
That is amazing, man. You are doing many things in your life, and you have planned things. That's one of the amazing thing, and I don't get to see many people like this in my life. And I myself would be somewhat similar to the things that you're doing, but I'm doing different things, of course.
Yeah.
You know, but the way you manage stuff and the way you have figured your stuff out, or at least somewhat figured your stuff out, is very nice, and it's a very nice skill to have.
Yeah.
You know, I hope you do amazing in your things that you are doing, and keep it moving.
Oh, definitely.
Keep it
Definitely.
moving.
I'm just learning to accept nothing but like I said, nothing but accepting what's best for me.
Yes.
What's gonna get me going. So
Definitely.
If this is the route that I gotta take to get me there, then I'll take it.
Yes. That is an amazing mindset that you have, and a clear vision. I'm sure you've been through many people who trying to push you down
Oh,
and tells you that, oh, you're not good enough, you're not that enough, you're not this enough,
yeah.
you know. But I'm sure you've conquered all those huddles, how would say, the rocks,
Yeah.
little
Just
rocks.
throw them all out.
Keeping going, man.
Part
Keep
of
it going.
just part of that social media break.
Yeah.
Just making sure I just had all that negativity and just
Keep the positive self.
keep the positive
You know?
going. Yeah.
That is nice. That is nice. Would you like to say anything to the people, or people who are going to be watching the video?
Oh, I mean, just keep a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Keep it pushing.
Yes.
Don't let nothing small distract you or anything. And like, I know right now a lot of people going through having a hard time with this whole pandemic and with the inflation and everything. Just gotta figure a way out. Figure a way. There's so many opportunities, so many different ways to make money now. You just gotta find that little thing and just have the drive
One right
to do
thing.
it.
Yes.
And trust me, life is so much easier than we think it is.
Oh yes.
And it may not be so much with kids. You know, I can't speak on that part, but I
Yeah.
know if you're a single parent or just a couple that no kids or anything, life could be so simple if you
Oh
guys
yes.
just
Work things out.
work things out and have some type of foundation to build upon.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
But people with kids, I don't know. I can't. Married couples, it is what it is.
Yeah. And man, since we were talking about this, I heard this famous quote from someone, I don't remember, but they had said something, and I have created a question based on that, and I'm going to ask you, is you think this is heaven, or you think the afterlife is heaven?
I think this is heaven. The afterlife is heaven. That's kind of hard because a lot of people see heaven as everything you could possibly want, and when you think about it, everything on earth, we have everything. Everything's at the tip of our fingertips. We have a phone that can get us across the fucking world.
Yes.
We got technology that can find somebody with a snap of a finger.
Yes.
We can stream anything from anywhere on any type of device like we're doing now. And, food, we can grow food literally anywhere.
Yep.
People are finding new ways to develop things. We got nerds out there that are just scientists that are just discovering daily things and just. So I don't know. This is kind of for someone. I think I would say for someone that doesn't have the responsibility like an average person would, but aren't too spoiled or bratty to express it. I would say this is pretty much heaven.
Amazing answer, man.
Yeah.
I really like your answer.
If you're not really going through anything in life right now, you're actually happy with how things are going for you, it's heaven for you. Like, it couldn't get no better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something small, maybe like you could be an independent person and you just really want somebody to tag along with you in a relationship or companionship wise. But that stuff comes, you find love anyway.
Yes.
And afterlife-wise, afterlife's probably going to be what you make it.
Yes.
It's just like how we're living now. We're making our life the way we make it, and we're carving it the way we're carving it now.
Yeah.
Probably the same way in afterlife. It may probably be a little bit easier. It may be a little bit more difficult.
Yes.
But whatever route you take, however you adjust yourself in a situation, it depends on you.
Amazing answer, man. Amazing answer. I hope this will wake many people up in thinking the way that they just have to imagine the things that they want in life and work for it.
Oh, no.
And they're gonna have the life that they want
Yeah.
in heaven, in the real life world, and will be able to experience the thing. Because many people think that there is an afterlife, there is a heaven, and they're gonna have everything that they want right now in the heaven. And many people decide to take their life based on these assumptions and do not enjoy their life in the real world.
Right.
Like the actual thing which matters, which they are living, which they are seeing and feeling.
Right.
They are not enjoying that and just hoping that there is something after their soul will left their body.
Yeah.
And there will be something better.
I mean, granted, I never had anybody. I never had anybody close to me commit suicide or anything, or think in the way of things will be better in the afterlife for them. But I honestly you can't. I feel like nobody can sit here and say things in the next life will be better for them, and take their life because of that. This is again where it's like it takes a group effort for us to accommodate to these things and make awareness to them. Because unfortunately there are people out there that are taking their lives from us, and some that are genuinely just going through stuff, whether young age, old age, middle age, and we're not speaking upon it, or we'll speak upon it, but we don't speak enough of it.
Yes.
And to those people that just feel that type of way, I wish it was a way we could just as a community or as a nation just come together and guide certain people, those people hand by hand, and say whatever you need help with, let me explain this to you, or let me break how this is supposed to work down to you. You never want to give somebody, how you give a dog a bone and they're the happiest thing ever. But with people, you don't want to ever just give them a bone and then expect them to cherish that piece of thing, because you'll never know what they'll do with it.
Yeah.
But passing on knowledge to this person, or just giving them a lending hand for the moment.
Yes.
Probably I think would take a lot of pressure off of people's shoulders and would help clarify certain things that they could be misinstructed on.
Oh, so right. You're so right. Many people need to somehow able to get this whole conversation, and I really hope people will understand what we are talking about here.
Yeah.
And able to imply these things in their life and make their life better. Yeah. Honestly speaking. But that's all I have to talk about it. I'm sorry again. Fowler.
You could call me Mike if you want.
Mike, perfect. Mike is way better and easier to pronounce. I'm not from here. For some reason, I'm fumbling right now. Not even able to speak properly. But Mike, it was very pleasure to have you on the podcast. I learned a lot. I hope people will learn a lot from you, and you'll keep inspiring people like this, man. Amazing job, man. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you.